So what the author suggested is that we should treat the laws the same way we treat all the other genres in the Bible, right? We have the 5 steps. So first is their tongue. What did they hear? What did the original audience would have heard and understood? So the first thing you want to do is, what's the very first step to assessing any text in the Bible? Anybody?
First you have to read it and...
First you have to read it. It sounds obvious, right? But how often do we look at a text and because it's familiar, we have heard it preached before and we have had a Sunday school lesson and we're so, especially if we're familiar with the text, we don't even bother to really read it. We just look for the verse that confirms what we already know and we don't scrutinize everything. So what's the, okay, so you read it, how many times do you read it? Come on guys, let's go, wake up.
You go through 3 times maybe? 2-3 times?
Okay.
So one globally, and then you're going to read it again and see what it really says.
Yes.
To, how do you say, maybe just look at it thoroughly.
Look at it thoroughly, yeah.
So what is it saying? What is it saying? Because most of the time you just read and then you think, okay, and then, but what is it really saying?
Yes. And that's the key. You're not trying to interpret it right now. You just want to see what the text is actually saying. And that's very difficult. That's the most difficult part. And that's the most important part. Because if you miss something, then you could interpret the whole thing wrong. If you miss one phrase or one pronoun or something like that. Can you get everything from the text? No. It's like, as we mentioned before, it's like a sponge. You just keep wringing it, you get so big, so you wash it, you wring it again, there's more. There always seems to be more. You never get everything out of it. So you read it 2 or 3 times quickly, just to get an overview, the tone of the passage, who is talking to who. Is it a letter one equal to another, or a superior to a minor, or a minor to a superior, and that type of thing. Is it instructional, or is it explaining something? All of those things, you just read it through the first time. You read it again to see more details. How is the passage divided? Is it in 2 or 3 segments? An introduction, addressing stating the problem, then explaining the solution to the problem, then a conclusion, or do they give the conclusion first and then they explain why they came to that conclusion? So you get a general idea of what the passage is about. How should I read this passage? Right? Are they talking directly to Christians? Am I included in the audience, or am I eavesdropping on a conversation? All those things. And then you make little notes and then you read it again.